In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 4 types of communication that I just recently discovered, and everything has been inside the cousin's journal. Over the past 2 years, it's been a rough ride, and 4 things I've learned is the communication that connects you to the internal, the communication that connects you to the external, and the communication that connects you to the vertical. And the last one is what I will talk about towards the end of the video. And what is really important about connecting to the internal, external, and the vertical is they all work together. They're like 4 P's working in the same line together now. But you have to understand, if you can connect with the internal, you can't really know the direction at which you're going fully. You can't really hit your max potential. People talk about revenue maxing, looks maxing, but see, the internal communication maxing is something that every man, I believe, needs to go through to really understand themselves and find out that part of you that has been light dominant for a while. Throughout the first 19 years of my life, I was never connected to the internal, but I was moving, right? I know I had something, but I could not really know what it was. I could not really tap into that part of me, but I know it comes and goes like current. It comes, it hits, it leaves. But over time that I started to understand that, wait, there's something here. I need to know how to really activate this part of me. I need to really know how to get into that part of myself that really connects to the internal. It was hard at first. I spent a lot of time reading, trying to understand the world. But you see, something about the world is you can't really know what the world has for you till you start to move. When I started to move, when I started to do my research, when I started to just take the direction that is for me and align with myself, that was when I connected to the internal. And the thing about the external communication is you can connect with anybody, you can have a conversation with someone, you can meet someone random on the road and have a conversation with them. But not everyone is who you think they are, because the communication that you have with these people tends to make you slow down. Saga has really taught me a lot. Being here for the past 2 years, I've gone through a lot of trials, I've gone through a lot of tribulation just to really find out who I was as a person. At first it was hard, and I started to understand that the vertical did it for good. God did it for good. So many times, I wouldn't say I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I've done things that even me, I'm not proud of. I've done things that I look back and I'm like, damn, why did I do that? Why? Because I was not connected to the vertical communication. And you see, one thing about the vertical communication, which is the communication with God, is it helps you to really know yourself. Mastery of self is mastery over all. And today, I'll be showing you how you can master thyself. It took me a long time to get to the position I'm in right now. In the next 1 year, I won't be where I am right now, and I'm okay with that. At first, I wasn't okay with the fact that I'm where I am right now, but I keep on remembering something. Where you are is not who you are. And once you can understand that, you start to embody that part of you to understand that you're on a journey. But you see, during your journey, you start to learn things. You start to understand thyself. You start to know who you are as a person. You start to see your flaws. You start to see the things that don't align with you. You start to understand your weaknesses, your strength. But you see, if you don't master thyself, it's very hard for you to know these things, because the world is constantly feeding us noise. People are distracted. People are doom scrolling through life. But when you can slow down and just take a deep breath and ask yourself this question: who am I? See, that question is a very powerful question, though a lot of people are scared to ask themselves that question. Who am I? What is my assignment? Back in 2023, I was this kind of person. I'm very competitive. I want to be the best. I want to have everything. It's all about me. But sometimes God has to take away some things from you to really see, for you to really see the bigger picture of what He has in store for you. God have to bring you into a preparation stage for you to see what is ahead of you. And the thing is, I see the vision clearly. I know this is the assignment. This is what I have to do. But the preparation stage is the stage that really tells on you. The testing stage is the stage that really tells on you as a person. So if you're not connected with the vertical, which is the communication with God, it's very hard for you to see the assignment that is for you, because everyone has an assignment. I keep saying something. If you only have one life to live it, Obviously, there's a plan for this. Obviously, you are here to do something. You don't get two chances at this. So if you're given one chance, obviously there's something you need to do. You're looking at me right now, but you can probably see the visions around you. So I want you to now take 3 steps back and observe yourself and ask yourself the question, who am I? And sit with that. And start to just ask yourself the question constantly. That will start to awaken the dominant side of you that allows your internal voice to start to talk to you, to allow your internal voice to start to connect with you, to allow your internal voice to start to direct you, because the internal is a compass that directs you in the external world. The internal controls the external. If you don't like what you're seeing right now, then you need to change something. If something doesn't work, change something. Keep on tweaking. Keep on asking the question. Then over time, you start to see yourself. You start to understand who you are as a person. Mastery of self is the hardest thing to do, because you have to go through constant tests, and you can't be surprised when temptation comes, because once you tell yourself, I am going to do something, the moment you set that intention, disruption comes. People try to tempt you, people try to test you, because you've told yourself, I want to be better, I want to be good, I want to become the person that can hold the gift that is for me. But when you start to tell yourself that, just don't be surprised when people try to test you, when the world try to test you, when people try to get on your nerves. But you have to learn how to control thyself. You have to learn how to hold yourself and not react. You have to not let your emotions control you, because thoughts pass through your mind, but not every thought that comes on your mind is yours. Not every thought or everything that comes in your head is meant for you to act on. So when every thought comes and you want to emotionally act on it, how do you know it is the right thing for you to do? Mastery of self is mastery of all. And on this journey, as I'm trying to master myself, I still have a long way to go, but I'm proud of where I am in the moment. I'm proud of where I'm going. I'm proud of what I know. Someone told me the other day, I was talking to this girl and he asked me a question. She was like, apart from who else do I really care about? And I told her I care about myself, and I owe it up to myself to be better. I owe it up to myself to live the life I want. I owe it up to to build a legacy that I can leave behind, because it's not about me. I keep saying that it's not about you. It's about the assignment that has been laid upon your life. And it's now time for you to find the assignment and start to work in the assignment that is for you. And that's the hardest thing about finding that assignment, because you have to ask questions. You need to pay attention. What are my unfair advantages? What are the things I like? You have to have like a chessboard. You have to look at your life like a chessboard. This is what I'm good at this. How can I put all of this together to make one big thing that I can start to work towards? I talk about building a program. What is the program I'm building for my life, and what is the script that's going to be in the program for me to start running? But you see, you can't know all of this when you don't connect with the internal, when you don't connect with the vertical. I've even drifted off topic, but back to what I was saying is the last one, and the last communication that's very important, that's going to really control the way people see the external now, is the intuitive communication. This is the communication with technology. The world is getting to a place now where you have to learn how to connect and talk with tech, because this is how you start to know how to navigate. This is your unfair advantage. Think of talking to technology as your data to really get ahead. Think of it as how you have money as a tool. You can take data, you can take technology as that online liquidity to really help you to move around. AI is a thing, and once you learn how to use it properly, a lot of people use it to just ask questions and ask basic stuff, but AI is execution support for whatever you're doing. AI is an amplifier of who you are. So if you talk about, oh, AI is bad, AI is that, what are you using it for in your life currently? Show me your AI chat logs and I will tell you who you are. Show me how you use technology and I can tell you where you will be in the next 5 to 10 years. Because intuitive communication is what connects with the external communication. They are beginning to intertwine. So people around you are going to be influenced by the intuitive communication, which is the communication with technology. So if you are not trying to use it to put yourself ahead, what happens then? Because the world is going to be divided into two lines. The people that know how to use intuitive communication to connect to the external, and the people that don't want, listen, it's the people that don't want to learn because they're too worried about the harm. Everything that has a good side always has a bad side. So Why? Tell me why you are so focused about the bad things technology is doing instead of you to focus on the good things and the positive outcomes you can use to impact people. So back to the whole summary of what I'm saying is there are four types of communication. You have the internal communication, that's the communication with self. This is the communication to master yourself. Then you have the external communication. This is the communication with your friends, your family, your loved one, people you meet around, your boss, where you work. And you have the vertical communication. This is the only communication you can only access in peace and silence. Without peace, silence, you can't access the vertical communication, which is the communication with God. And we have the last one, which is intuitive communication. This is the communication with AI tech, because this is where the future is going, and you have to learn how to adapt to it to use it for your advantage. My name is Festus Cousin. I hope I can bless you with this video, because either I start now, because whether I start making these videos now or I don't, time is still going to pass me by. So why not just start now and start putting these videos out? I'm on my journey of self-mastery, and I'll keep on updating you all on what I'm learning and what I've seen and my lessons. And I'm out.